Our next question is going to come from Dan Raphael from ESPN. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. I have a couple of questions for Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing very well, thank you. So with Adam, he's seeking to become the first, not in this fight, but eventually in his career, seeking to become the first Polish heavyweight champion. A lot of the storyline, Chris, around your career the last several years, when you've had your opportunities in championship fights, is to try to become the first Mexican heavyweight champion. Obviously, that did not happen, and now Andy Ruiz has done that. I wonder if you could speak to your experience of having that sort of something that was part of your identity of the guy trying to become the first from your heritage, now the way Adam is trying to become the first from his background. What was that like for you, and the kind of pressure he may feel for that?
See, the thing is that he has a whole nation, a Polish nation behind him, and it is a bit a burden, not so much a burden, but it's a big weight on your shoulders to be carrying around. And as for myself, it was a big, hard burden, a hard weight on my shoulders for me to carry around. And now that Andy did it, I feel like the weight's off my shoulders now. Now I could just fight. And I think Adam just needs to just fight and not worry about first this or first that, because the main thing is getting that win and getting that fight, and not getting caught up in the whole being the first, because it's a bit overwhelming if you let yourself be caught up in that situation.
Chris, did you get caught up in that the first time you fought? I mean, you fought for the title 3 times, so I think probably by the third time, that had maybe diminished a little bit. It maybe wasn't as big, even though it was certainly part of the story. When you say it was a burden or you got caught up in it, was that the first time? Was that the second or the third? Like,
absolutely,
was it always the pressure?
The first time was really the most pressure when I fought Klitschko. That was the biggest pressure. The second time when I fought Adam, I didn't have no pressure. I didn't feel like I had the pressure because I was actually in really good shape and I was ready for that fight. Just happened. I got caught, and it's boxing. And Adamek
wasn't for the title, though, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sorry. I missed Stavern.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, Stavern. Yeah, with Stavern, I was in great shape for that fight. I was ready for that fight. I was ready to take the title. I was actually worried about the fight more than worrying about making history. And that's really what you really have to be worried about, is just the fight in hand, the task in hand. Because if you don't take care of the task in hand, then there is no history. And that's exactly what Andy Ruiz did.
And what about with Wilder? I mean, was that point, was that even on your mind?
But no, it wasn't even on my mind at all. My mind at that point was just winning the title. I wasn't even thinking about being the first Mexican or being the first anything. All I wanted to be is being the first champion. I just wanted to be a champion.